Welcome. I welcome you all to today's edition where we made Ogbono soup. Okay guys, this is it. I'm going to be showing you all I put together, all the meats and the ingredients I'm going to be using to prepare this delicious Ogbono soup. Really nice. Trust me guys. I have had it. Anyway, you're welcome. If it's your first time, thank you so much. Sit back, relax while I talk you through. So as you can see, I have different varieties of meats right here. So I'll zoom the camera to the first one there. I've got beef, pre-boiled and shaki. The pre-boiled is just to throw away the red meat, red water. Anyways, it's my way of doing it, guys. You can cook directly. Okay, so on the other side, I'm gonna be showing you guys my pre-cooked as well smoked chicken. There you go. So a smoked chicken, like you all know, I like the aroma and it's very nice when making soup. So there you go. We have the cow foot washed, cleaned, pre-bred as well. So depends on how you want it. Okay, because I'm using different meats, so I have to like cook them differently, but you can just have everything once as well. So there you go. That's my smoked fish made by me. There's a link I'll be leaving below this video to show you how I made my Titus grilled fish. Very easy guys and very lovely. Try it, okay? Give it a go. All right, so gonna be showing you guys as well because I used smoked catfish. Catfish. This one, it's lovely. I got it from Nigeria. I used to have some guy that do it for us when we travel. He's in Lagos, so I buy a lot. It can stay 1 year in my freezer. So there you go guys. Ogbono already been grinded. It has to be very smooth, so if it's best you buy the ground one or let them grind it from you from Africa. Depends on where you're having it from, or if you have the machine, blend it yourself, but make sure it's very smooth. Okay guys, so that's for that. And here we'll be needing palm oil as well for soup. This is what I've been waiting for all along, palm oil. So there you go, already washed, very well washed. Ugu as they call it, or spinach, or punky leaf, not spinach, sorry guys, punky leaf. So there you go. My crayfish is very important, very important in soup guys, very. So as well as dry pepper, I like to use dry pepper because I know why. I try to avoid some too much of scents of aroma inside my soup. Okay, so I mostly use dry pepper. So I'm going to be using 1 bowl or 1.5 of bowl of onions, as you can see in the video. So I'm going to be having it with jumbo chicken stock this time, as well as we're going to be having salt, chili pepper with it. Okay, with your salt to taste guys, don't forget that. Okay, so there you go. So I'm going to be starting straight away by right now having my pots being put in the fire. So let's go guys. Thank you all for watching. Thanks to my subscriber. Please don't forget to subscribe. Okay, there you go. My pot is already in my cooker. My pot is already in the gas cooker. So you will wonder why I use hot water. It's better so that your soup can kick off immediately. So like I'm going to be having I have to recook those meats, like, again, not too much, because I threw away some of those water. I didn't season it much. So as you can see, my hot water, like fresh water when you want to cook your fresh soup, I put in my chicken, smoked chicken, some beef, shaki, everything is going in there. Excuse me, guys. I just hope this soup is not going to be overloaded, bombast with meat, but you all know how we do it. One lady said Nigerians should not say they are poor because they cook too much with meat. Sorry, guys, it's just how we do things, you know. So um my onions and chili pepper was what I blended in there. So I'm going to be pouring it right in my pot. Okay, guys, so that it can cook with the with the meat all together. I'm adding some chili pepper right into the pot as well. So chili depends on how you want it. Okay, depends on how you want it. If you don't want it too spicy, just put as much as you know you can take. Some people don't even put, it's fine, but this my own, the chili came out a bit much more because I wanted it a bit hot. Okay, guys, so there you go. Added my salt, a little bit of salt, because you know, when each time I cook with crayfish, I'm always specifying, be careful with salt, be careful with the seasoning as well, because they all cook together and before you know, your food might be salty. In the beginning, don't just try to put it much, but I needed it for this process so as to cook and give my meat a good a taste from the beginning. Okay, so wow, you must be wondering what happened here. Yeah, I did a pot switch over. That pot was not picking my gas, so I don't know why. And I spent money to buy that pot. Anyway, guys, so I have to do a switch over. So there you go. Everything has been cooking so far for 15 minutes right now. But you can see me always checking especially my smoked chicken, because it's the hard chicken. So you see me touching it. So that's another way you can have a go to see if your meat is cooked. But it's been cooking for 15 minutes so far. So I'm still going to leave it to cook. As you see, I added more of my meat. You know, I think this time I was just adding the beef, because beef, I don't like beef when it's too or softy inside meat. So I put different times so that I can have some soft, have some a bit hard. Okay, guys, so as you can see, my subscribe is showing right there in the screen, guys. That's just to remind you guys that if it's your first time coming across my video, please do me the favor to subscribe, as by doing so you are supporting me richly. You know, click the notification bell, share to friends and family, guys, and you might need it for yourself, because sometimes we could forget about, oh, this thing I haven't make it for long, let me go to let me go to Nicole's YouTube and see how she prepared it. Okay, guys, so I added a bit of water to the pot because I'm still going to leave it to cook a bit much more. Okay, so I always use water from the boiling kettle already because it's better. It can make the soup to kick off and continue boiling nicely. Okay, guys, so this is it. Remember, I say I switched the pots, so I'm expecting a big pot of soup, because you know, we could always put some in the freezer. Sometimes family member can pop in and there will not be anything in the house. Go to my freezer. It's never empty for food. It's never empty. I've got soup. I can dig out soup. I can dig out stew. I can dig out pepper soup from my freezer. Okay, so here you go. I'm adding my crayfish because very soon I'm going to be diving into making of the soup. But Ogbono soup is very easy, you know. I think for me, I would say it's one of the most easiest soup to prepare, guys. Maybe I will just believe it's just this my too much of meat that is making it a big deal. You can use any meat of your choice as much as you can afford. Okay, so that's it, guys. So there you go. I'm gonna show you guys the oil. I try to heat it up a bit in the microwave, and as well as pouring it inside the pot. I use pot so that because it's easy for me to wash. You can use bowl as well to mix it up. You can mix it direct in the fire, like a slight bit of heat. Okay, so anyhow it's easy for you to do, feel free. If you can't remember, just do it my way. A bit of heating up the oil in microwave, so as the hotness will help the ogbono to melt and have it mixed. We are mixing it so that you don't end up having those balls, the ones that is refusing to go a bit to go soft, so that's why we do this one. And I'm going to be putting it aside because very soon I'm going to be having it mixed inside the pot of soup. So as you can see, I allowed it to cook again for another 10 minutes. I'm coming to stir together. You always try and stir your soup. You don't know if there is anyone sticking to the bottom. And most times, if you are those persons that use the cube Maggi, make sure you crack it, like break it inside. If not, it goes and stay in the bottom of the pot. So that's just that one. So right now I'm adding my ogbono inside the ogbono pot of soup. So now we adding ogbono. There's no other way. Just cut it inside, use your spoon, use anything you want to use, small spoon, big spoon, let it go direct. Like this now, the soup is already half made. Yes, yes, yes. So it's not difficult. Even if you forget, just write me. Like I'm gonna give it a try now. And especially I really appreciate non-Nigerians, because this video, I think I've had 3 people requested from it from my workplace, and like, Abby, can you make a bowl of soup so I can watch you? And especially some of us that is married to Nigerian, but they are not Nigerian. So it's easy when you watch the video 1 time, 2 time. Trust me, you're gonna be a chef, qualified chef for making ogbono soup. The one thing about ogbono soup here, do you see that small amount of ogbono? If it's inside the boiling pot already, it spreads, so it spreads, and you see it. I don't know what I will call it, if it's increase or multiply. English. I like the way I'm being natural. Are you feeling me? So there you go, guys. I came back to pick up the bones and the fish. Like I said, guys, the link for this fish, the way I made it, is gonna be, I'll leave it right below in the description sections, so that you can just click on it and watch it after or before anyone. So I'm just trying to give it a bit of treating, like taking off some of those bones that inside the soup. It might just be on one place or the other. Like you all know, I've got kids, so I want them to be able to eat freely, because most of them will start telling you, Mama, there's bone inside the soup, I can't eat it. So that's it. But if you know it's full-grown adults that you're going to serve with the soup later, there's no point digging out the bones. You can put everything as a whole inside, so that's it, guys. So I've done that one and I'm putting it aside. Okay, so here you go. I'm back with the soup, stirring it, having it stirred all together. See my soup here. I'm still going to add a bit of water because it still look thick. So right now I added my ugu leaf, also known as pumpkin leaf. I added my ugu leaf, adding some of my cow food, my meats, because maybe in this my brain I'm just cracking it that it's not enough. So there you go, added those my fish, my what's it called, my smoked catfish, my smoked citrus fish, everything bomba inside. Hey God, oh Nicole, this soup you are cooking that you want to use to cause trouble, I am in my house. If this video come out and you watch this video like 2 weeks later, please don't call me and say where's my soup. If you watch it just right the next day, the day you see me upload this video, you watch it the next day, you want to call me and say, Nico, where's my portion of soup? I'll tell you, come to my house and have yours. But say you went to watch it three, 2 weeks later. Hello, see me now. I put that big cat fish, the head, because that one I'm going to sit down and have short and do good justice to that fish. So as you can see, you stir it very well, stir to the bottom, because it can be burning as well. Depends on your pot, depends on your fire. So if you notice, I've reduced my gas to 4 or 5 so I don't have it burnt as well. So I added a bit of salt more because it's not having that salt flavor. So that's one thing with soup. So don't say, oh, Abby didn't say 2 spoons of Maggi of chicken seasoning. She didn't say 2 spoons of salt. No. Salt, Maggi, put to your description, to the pot, quantity of pot of soup you are cooking, to the, you might be making for just one person. So it's different from how I'm going to tell you, add 3 spoons of salt or add 1 quarter teaspoon of salt. So that's it, guys. And I believe the way I'm explaining, because I enjoy a lot of videos that I want to learn from, a lot of tutorials videos I want to learn from in YouTube. I prefer those ones that the person talk it out so I can get every details. So that's why I'm used to explaining my bit by bit, and I get it back in my comment section like, oh, thank you so much, well detailed, well explained. So I'm excited. Depends on what I get on my comment section, could make me want to say, oh, you know what, I think my viewers doesn't really fancy it this way, I think I'll do it that way. So if you notice me now, I'm doing testing. You have to test it. You have to test it. But sometimes I could make some food I don't have time to test. But this one I have to test it. So, but too much of testing. It's not that testing you will not go and bring plates the way some of all this our daddy used to do. Don't go and bring plate and say, let me test. Wait, let the food finish cooking. Test only with your palm, or take a small teaspoon, have a cut of it, and have a nice blow with it. If not, you're going to have your mouth all burnt. Okay, so that's it, guys. It's the cooking pocho. It's because I have to do a voice over. If not, I would have allowed you see how the soup is singing. No, it's not singing Buga this time. It's singing a short. Let me rest. Let me not bring my comedy inside this soup, because I know a lot of you are enjoying watching it so far. So you can see it's boiling, cooking nicely, beautiful color. That's my Nigeria oil. I beg, try and get a good oil when you're cooking your soup, because oil that I meet in abroad, God, God have saved me anyway. I'm free. But if you also want to ship in oil from Africa, contact me. I'll let you know. I wanted to sell it, but it's too expensive, so I only have it for myself. Okay, so now we're gonna be doing eba. Eba makes sense. The one we call gari. Gari. See me, see where I put gari. I just cut one plastic, my water can plastic, no fish out. It's not everything will bye-bye. Because this gari now, when it finish now, will now wait 300 years later so that they can bring me another one. Thank you.